Guys, it is like 1:30. I haven't even gotten lunch yet, so I'm just gonna get ready to go get lunch. So, good afternoon. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? If you can see out the window, we have snow! I'm so happy. It's supposed to snow like on and off. Off and on, I mean, for like the entire week. So I'm like so happy. I'm like, and not only am I happy about the snow, I am still on flipping cloud 9 from yesterday. Oh my gosh, I literally cannot believe that happened to me. And it is still just insane. And like I said, I wouldn't have known as early as I did if it weren't for the fact that I decided to call the movie theaters, check about Fandango, and then check my email to make sure I still have the email from Fandango, and then I checked the package was delivered. I'm like, off chance, it's outside the door. I am like so excited and happy. My mom, I actually put on the shirt to wear, and I showed it to my mom. My mom thinks the shirt is absolutely adorable. My mom thinks it is cute, beyond all belief. She loves the pin. She thinks the pin is cute too. If we go to Bronner's, I'm going to add that to my outfit. But she could not believe it when I showed her the autograph card. She was just as excited as I was because she knows she's finally figured out Star Wars means a lot to me. So she was just as excited as I was that I got an autograph from someone in Star Wars that I really like and admire. So she was really excited for me too. So she couldn't believe it either. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, look, I'm number 824, but I'm number 824. I got it. So I am happy now. I'm ecstatic. So I actually have squirreled it away. It's actually, the pin is in my little box. This box is actually full of these connection discs I collected for like a hot minute. Star Wars Connection Discs, which was a game, a two-player game that I don't have anyone to play with, so I stopped collecting them. But in here, I also have some of the stuff I don't want to lose. So if it's in here, I know where it is. So like my leftover ferry tickets are in there because I couldn't find them, and I found them in a wallet. I'm like, I need to put them somewhere where I will find them. So I have a bunch of stuff in there other than the connection discs, so I don't lose them. So I still can't believe that happened. And then last night, I usually watch like the Late Late Show for a little bit, and I was surfing on Twitter and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, I follow Stephen and Mark Hamill on Twitter, and then Stephen Colbert, Mark Hamill, I follow them both on Twitter, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, what, huh? Mark Hamill's on the Late Late Show. I was like, oh my gosh, could this day get any better? So I watched the Late Show last night with Stephen, not the Late Late Show, the Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night. It was awesome. He and Mark Hamill did this funny skit about what Luke was doing in between the movies. It was absolutely hysterically funny. I couldn't stop laughing. It was cute. And then they had him talk about the movie, and it's hard to come on and talk about a movie that you can't talk about. Really, the only thing that Mark was able to reveal is The Last Jedi is going to be the longest Star Wars movie to date. That's right. This movie, Mark said it last night, is clocking in. Last Jedi is going to have a runtime of 2.5 hours. Okay, that makes me so glad I went and got tickets for the 2:15 showing of The Last Jedi, because last year we went to go see Rogue One, which is like only about like 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I went, and we went to the 3:30 showing of that, and so we weren't out of the movie theater till like past 5 o'clock, and it was totally dark, and I was like, we're not going to do this again do that again this year, because last year it happened. My mom, we were leaving the movie theater to go to Myers, and because the way our movie theater is set up, it's like out behind the mall. And then so you have like out there's like the mall, and then there's the movie theater. Then there's a shopping plaza with like Michael's and Kors and Ultra Beauty and the Dollar Tree, and then you have the mall. So we were going to Myers, so instead of taking the side street that's by the movie theater, because behind the movie theater, next to the movie theater is Planet Fitness, so they have a little side street. Instead of taking that, we went through the mall, and we were passing by the shopping plaza. There's a road in between the mall and the shopping plaza. In between that, we nearly got hit. So we're not doing that again this year, and I felt incredibly guilty when that happened, because My mom, actually, that was actually the night my mom went in to have emergency surgery on her gallbladder. So I freaked out because I thought it was because we had been in the wreck, and it wasn't. So, okay, so I just looked up the runtime. What is the longest Star Wars movie? Star Wars The Last Jedi is clocking in with a runtime of 2 hours and 32 minutes. Before this, the longest Star Wars movie to date was actually Attack of the Clones, Episode 2, which had a run-out time of 2 hours and 22 minutes. So The Last Jedi is going to be longer than Attack of the Clones by 10 minutes. In third place is Revenge of the Sith, which is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Episode 1, 2 hours 16. Return of the Jedi, 2 hours and 16. Force Awakens, 2 hours 15 minutes. Empire Strikes Back, 2 hours 7 minutes. And the original Star Wars, 2 hours and 5 minutes. And then the Clone Wars movie, which was only an hour and 38 minutes. So it's gonna be, it's a long movie. I think, which is kind of weird because it seems like, well, it's actually not weird. Because it's the middle movie, and the middle was Attack of the Clones that was the longest in the prequels, and these are the sequels, and the longest one is the second one. So, I will definitely be drinking very, very little before and during the movie, because I got up in the middle of Rogue One to go use the facilities, and I could have kicked myself because I left during the scene with the message from Galen, and I could have kicked myself when I came back because I'm like, what happened? And so, spoiler. So, I'm being very careful. Except Ryan Johnson actually tweeted, use the bathroom before you go see The Last Jedi. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a warning. The other thing is it doesn't tell you how long Rogue One is. I don't think I have it listed on any of the things. What's really funny is I have the Blu-ray and DVDs for both Force Awakens and Rogue One, but I don't use them unless I want to watch the special features, because I also have them through Disney, and so they are on my YouTube, actually. So Rebels, Rogue One, disc 1. Rogue One was 133 minutes. So, their movies are definitely getting longer, but I think that's awesome because it means they're having more, they're able to do more with stories and characters. And I was reading an article, I don't know if it was Ryan Johnson who said this or what, but in this article, it was said that, I think it was Ryan Johnson, that with The Last Jedi, it's unique in the Star Wars movies because traditionally the Star Wars movies, you have like Star Wars, and then it picks up like 2 or 3, like 1 or 2 years later in Empire Strikes Back, and then it picks up like a year later in Return of the Jedi. And then you have Phantom Menace, and so then in the prequels you have Phantom Menace, and then Attack of the Clones takes place 10 years after Phantom Menace, and then Revenge of the Sith takes place about 3 to 4 years after Attack of the Clones. And then we have The Force Awakens, which takes place like 19 years after Return of the Jedi. So you have, in the Skywalker Legacy, the movies take place, there's actually a pretty good time gap between the movies, which was great for all the books and stuff. With The Last Jedi, we're not going to have that time gap. The Last Jedi actually starts right where The Force Awakens left off. So that's, like, literally when they shot the production announcer trailer, that was literally the start of the movie right there. It's like there's no time, but we have the shortest time gap between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, but The Last Jedi will actually span the longest time period in the movie. And the movies, they usually cover like a few days, a couple months. This is, from what it sounds like, this is probably going to be spanning almost a year. So it's the shortest time gap, but the longest date range in the movie itself. So I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. I can't wait. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It comes out next Friday. I'm like 2 weeks away from going to go see it because I'm seeing it on the 17th. I cannot wait. I am hugely excited. Tonight is the live stream of the red carpet. You can catch that on StarWars.com. They're also going to be doing it on YouTube. So I'll probably have a Christmas movie on my TV and my laptop up on YouTube going, look, because I had fun. Last year I watched some of the Rogue One and it was awesome. So it was pretty cool. Plus I freaked out because Will Wheaton was wearing a bow tie out of Star Wars fabric that I have. That I used to make a hair ribbon. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my fabric! Will Wheaton, you stole it. So it's awesome. I am super excited. I cannot wait for Rogue One. I cannot wait for The Last Jedi. I'm really, really excited. It's the best part. Now I have two of my favorite things at the same time frame. Christmas and Star Wars at the same time. I am super pumped. This is going to be like the best time of year for me ever. So I am like super excited. I am super insanely hyped for this movie. I can't wait to go see it. I was going to wear the Last Jedi t-shirt my mom got for me, but I got the new Princess Leia Self-Rescuing Princess t-shirt. I'm actually going to wear that when I go see The Last Jedi. It's kind of my own little, this is my princess. I like Ahsoka. I want to be just like Ahsoka. I want to be like Leia. I want to be like Padme. I want to be like all the girls. They totally kick butt. They're awesome. So I'm going to wear my Self-Rescuing Princess shirt. And I'm going to wear the Christmas pin. And I'll have my 40th anniversary bomber jacket. So I'm excited. Woo! And it's almost 2 o'clock. And I still haven't gotten lunch yet. And I should really go get lunch. Because all I've had is cereal. And this is what happens when I don't eat. When I don't eat, I don't get hangry. I get loopy. Like, seriously, like, it's the same weird thing. Caffeine keeps me awake, but caffeine does not make me hyper. Sugar does not make me hyper. What makes me hyper is tiredness and loopy and hungry. That's when I get really loopy and weird. Or when I get really excited. Then I go, woohoo. I go way off the deep end. Or nervous. When I get nervous, I giggle like a maniac. And I don't know why. It's like when I go on the scrambler, I laugh my head off. I don't know why. It's just a reaction, so I need to get going. I'm sorry this vid is so short today, but it is Saturday. There is literally really nothing going on. It is just a break. Tomorrow is Sunday, so as far as I know, again, nothing going on, so I will not be filming. Although, we did get the monthly newsletter from our church. They mail it to you if you skip a day. So we skipped, and they mailed us the newsletter. And they have a list of people they thanked, and it kind of shocked us. We knew our current interim pastor was leaving at New Year. As far as we knew, his last Sunday was going to be the 31st, and that would be it. It's actually been moved up a week. His last worship service is actually going to be the Sunday morning worship service on Christmas Eve, December 24th. So that means we don't know who is going to be doing the Christmas Eve service. But they usually they have a list of people who are going to serve as ushers, as greeters, as the elders. They don't have a list up yet for 2018. They haven't finished it yet or anything. So at this point, it's like up in the air what really the future of our church is going to be. I mean, as of right now, the deacon is probably going to take over for the pastor. The only thing he really can't do, I think, is he can't do marriage services or something like that. But, he can't sign a marriage license. But other than that, it's like, what's going to happen? They were talking about doing this thing, doing a daycare thing, and apparently that fell through. And not only that, but we have one of our church members has like a health and food safety license through the state, so that we're able to do things like have community dinners and sell cookies and food and stuff like that. His term with that, his license with that, is expiring next March, and he has announced he's not making any plans to renew it. So in order for us to keep doing stuff like that, we actually need to have someone get licensed by the state or something like that so that they're in charge. I don't know anybody who's interested, because as one woman said, and I've said this before, getting people at our church to volunteer for anything is like pulling teeth. So, but that's insane. So as of right now, it's kind of up in the air. I'd kind of like to go to church tomorrow. I'm going to see if my mom will just drop me off. She doesn't have to go in. She can just drop me off and like pick me up. And then hopefully we can go for Christmas. For like Christmas Eve, or just like one. I would prefer to go Christmas Eve. I like Christmas Eve better. But I really don't know. My mom and I have been tossing around the ideas of checking out different churches, which is just sad because I've only been at this church for 3 years. But It's just that the pastor and the deacon, they're giving off the same vibes as the pastor at my old Lutheran church did, and it did not end well. And so we're trying to find someplace new. Of course, if I go up to Mackinac Island for the summer, that problem is solved because I'll just go to service at St. Anne's. So that will be solved for me because I'll just start going there. And my poor mom will probably have a heart attack if I come home and go, hey, Mom, guess what? I converted to Catholicism. She'd be like, no! Which is funny because she's the one who told me to go St. Anne's in the first place. But, so, and other than that, but other big news, might be losing our internet for a couple days. So don't be surprised if next week there's a gap in videos. If you're someone who reads my fan fiction, don't freak out. I'm going to start writing like crazy tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow, Tuesday. No, not tomorrow. I'm going to start tomorrow, but hopefully by Wednesday I will have the chapter written so that I can just have it posted the week of December 17th because I kind of need the internet to write so I know what's going on because that's how I get all the food, all the words, everything like that. I kind of need that. So I'm going to start writing tomorrow, and hopefully by Wednesday I will have it all done and ready to go because I'll just cut back on other things like Pokemon. But I finally got my gun in Old Republic, so. Anyway, that is it for me for today. I am out. I have to go get lunch. I'm going to chill out, watch Winx Club, play a little Old Republic, just spend the day chilling, nothing major. And then I'm listening to my brother, so. That will be it for me from today. Again, I'm sending lots and lots and lots of love, hugs, and prayers to everybody out in California that are dealing with those horrendous wildfires. I'm still struck by all the images I'm seeing. It's insane, and it makes me feel, again, very grateful that I live where I live, where we have wildfires, but they are not. But because of how much water we are surrounded by, they never really seem to get that out of control. I really actually don't remember a wildfire for many years, so it just makes my heart break for all of you out in California. So sending lots of love, hugs, and prayers to everybody out in California. I'm sending all of you lots of love, hugs, and prayers too, and I will talk to you guys later. May the force be with you, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.